It's a great weekend, Memorial Weekend. I'd like to thank the men and women that have served, those that have served and protected our country. Please stand. Please stand. Thank you all so much for your service. We take that for granted a lot. I can remember back in '99 and 2000, Julie and I had the conversation on several occasions, and I would say, I've always been an American flag flyer. If you've ever been by my house, I've got a 30-foot flagpole in the front yard. That was the first thing that we did when we bought that small farm. That home was built in 1925. Nothing fancy, and we bought that place for the property and to raise our kids there, and that house needed everything. We had window unit air conditioners, and we needed central air, but the flagpole came first, and that's the honest truth. That was a battle that probably my wife wasn't too happy with at the time, which she's here this morning, but the flag means the world to me, and that's from the bottom of my heart. It really does. Men and women have fought for generations to give us the freedom that we can come here today and do what we're doing, that we can pray. I've been in several schools throughout the last few weeks with the end of the school year, and had the opportunity as a position that I held, whether it's band booster president or some kind of stakeholder, to be able to take the opportunity to just say, hey, let's go ahead and pray. And sometimes your school can't take that lead, but somebody in leadership in there that's a citizen can. And so yeah, it's a true story. We went without central air for quite a while, but we had that beautiful flagpole. We've had a lot of compliments on that since. So I thank you both, all of you, for your service. Mr. Crow, thank you so much for your service. Okay? I appreciate it. And y'all understand what I'm saying when I tell that was something that came up during the election that should never have come up, to question a man or a woman about their service in the military. So thank you so much. Great weekend. Congratulations. This one here too. Thank you for your service.
Mr. Jim.
Mr. Jim.
Thank you. Anytime.
Thank you, Mr. Jim, for your service.
And Mr. Collins, who is
Oh, Mr. Collins. I didn't see him stand up.
This is what he gets for naming names. You forgot.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all know where I was going with that. And Tony, just I'm sorry you had to go through that part. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for your service and the freedoms that we have today. I'm not going to take up but a few minutes. I want to hear from those two new guys that we just got through battling with to get through that election, and I'm proud of both of you. Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Vernon. Thank you for a hard campaign that you ran, and a clean campaign that you both ran, and I appreciate it. I got an opportunity to be together with those guys on several occasions, and just to send messages back and forth between one another. The prayers, the support, don't worry about what they're doing, keep going, march forward. I always say you play on offense and you can't score unless you're at the plate, swinging the bat, hitting runs. Don't get on the defense and get out there in center field and just try to catch balls, because you'll never score. So you guys did a great job. We got a lot going on in our county right now. Y'all know that, and I'm not going to get into all that. The next 7 months, I think, are going to be tough 7 months. I hope that all of the commissioners, including myself, that are in there now, will pull together to do the right thing for our community. Work together all the way up to the day that we got 2 of them leaving office, and I've still got a campaign to run in November. But we got 2 of them leaving office, and my hope and prayers that everybody will pull together to do the right thing all the way to December 31st. I think the citizens spoke loudly in the elections, and if you look at the numbers, they reflect a lot of what I've been discussing over the last 7 months of where people stand. The numbers kind of match up with that. Some of the things going on in our county that we have right now, we just opened up the new Veterans Park up there at the courthouse. I hope that's a park that's used. It's a beautiful park, beautiful facility, and that's going to be open all the time for families. So I hope that families will go up there and enjoy that and use that. Walking trails, playgrounds, just a place to sit and relax. We've done a lot of work at White Oak Park, put some new pavilions up. Got some more work going to come there. We're going to work on some of the trails that need to be worked on to make them a little bit better. White Oak Park is the most used park in the county, and actually it's a beautiful facility, but money-wise it's one of the least amount of dollars we've spent on a park, but the most used park. You can go there and fly a kite. Go fly a kite, Tony. Go fly a kite. You can fly a kite. You can picnic, walk around the trail, sit and have take your kids out there, have a birthday party, just to get together. Just a great family park. We hope to be, I hope that post 2 that we're going to see another park like that out in the Union, the new Union Park, that I hope that hopefully we'll be breaking ground in the spring. Another thing we've got going on in the community right now, as y'all know, we're paving a lot of roads. Some of that's been controversial as far as the subdivision roads. That's okay. We're doing the right thing for the citizens that are in that subdivision, and I feel good about that. We're going to be paving somewhere pushing about 70 miles of roads. You would not believe the calls that I've had. Julie's actually been able to hear a couple of them. I've just let her listen to a couple of the calls from some of the citizens in the subdivision that have just said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our streets were falling apart. And we basically got a bid for about $4.5 million that we're out there paving roads in those subdivisions right now and getting a lot of that done. So by the time fall comes around, we're probably going to have about 41, 42 miles inside subdivisions paved, which is a long time coming. In the long run, it's going to save us a lot of money. To be honest, in a 10-year span, it's probably going to save us $5 to $6 million, maybe even more dollars from what we figured out. If we had just been putting the dollars in there each year that we could afford to put in there, the roads were just deteriorating and we were going to spend more and more money. So that's a great project. And then we're going to have about another 32 miles of roads paved outside in the county. And so our tax base is building up a little bit, and we're able to kind of get caught up on roads. And that's something that we need to do. So we're excited about that. Had a lot of good phone calls as far as that's concerned. Again, my hope and prayer is that the 5 commissioners that are in there, that will come together, do the right thing for the citizens, do the right thing for this community, and work hard all the way up to December 31st. And then whoever's sitting in those 5 seats come January 1, that they'll pull together, stand on their own 2 feet, use their own heart, use their own mind, do what God tells them to do, listen to their people, listen to their citizens, do the right thing, do good, do right. If you do that, nobody can argue with it. My feeling is this: everybody will follow a good leader. Do you hear me? Everybody will follow a good leader. Even people that don't want to do good, they'll follow a good leader. It's you very few and far between do you find a man or a woman that'll stand up and say, I'm not going to follow a bad leader. Everybody, good and bad, whatever they got in heart, everybody will follow a good leader. You know how you know you have a good leader? Is that people follow that person, whoever he or she is, they don't even know they're doing it. They don't even know they're doing it. They really don't. It just happens because good leadership, heading in the right direction, doing things for everybody, doing what's good for everybody, the community, the citizens, doing what's good for today, tomorrow, and the future. A good leader, people just follow it. People just get behind that person and they just march forward and good things get done. So my hope and prayer is that's what we'll have. My hope and prayer is that we'll all join together and do that and just work together for the good of Paulding County and do the right thing. I'd just like to tell y'all happy Memorial Day. And it's a great weekend. Fly your flag. I was going to tell you a story I started to say in '99. I talked to Julie and I said, one day something's going to happen. And people are gonna start flying their flags again. And I said, I don't understand. And like I said, the flagpole in my yard was just the most important thing to get done at my home. And when September 11th came around, I'll never forget that day. My oldest was in high school at Paulding County High School. And I was driving down 278 and was headed to my real estate office. Got to the real estate office, we grabbed the TV out of the closet, put some tin foil on the antennas, and watched the news and listened to that and watched what was going on. And about an hour and a half into that, I remember when the buildings fell, getting in my truck and driving up to the high school and just wanted to walk in and make sure my kid was okay. You see, because you had all those emotions flying, and the kids didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. Our government didn't know what was going on. It was just a scary time. And I'll never forget it. It feels like it was yesterday. But it was September 11, 2001. So fly your flags, get them out, fly them, go buy some more. Come by my house on Monday and you'll see mine out front. And that's what it's about. Don't take for granted. There's men and women that have fought for generations so that we have the freedom that we have. I don't take it for granted. Don't you take it. It means the world to me. It gives us the opportunity to do what we did today, and that's get out and vote. Gives us the opportunity to pray this morning and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. A lot of history behind the flag. So God bless you. God bless your families. God bless America. God bless Georgia. But for me this weekend, God bless Paulding County. Love each and every one of you.